Now we will read about the changes which were introduced by the ruler of Umayyad dynasty, that was called Abd al-Malik. So Abd al-Malik adopted Arabic as the language of the administration. So Arabic language was the main language of administration. He introduced an Islamic coinage. A new coinage was introduced by him, and the gold coin was called dinar and the silver coin were called dirham, that had been circulating in the caliphate and were the copies of the Byzantine and Iranian coins. So the coins which were introduced by Abd al-Malik, they were mainly copied from the coins which were minted by the Byzantine Empire as well as the Iranian Empire. Iranian Empire, as we have discussed in the last chapter, that there used to be Parthian and Sasanian Empire. So they copied the coins of these empires. And the proof of that copying is there, that you can see that this is a coin of Byzantine Empire. You can see that there are certain images. And this is the coin of the Umayyad dynasty. You can also see that there is a person who has been minted on this coin, and according to the rule of Sharia, there should not be the drawing of human being or any animal, because this is a work which is entirely given to the God, so we should not copy. And this is a kind of interference which was done by the man in the task of the God. As a result, a drawing of human being and animal is strictly prohibited in Islam, but you can see that in this coin there is a drawing of a man who is carrying a sword with him. So this is a image of a warrior, and it is against the rule of Sharia. So we can say that Abd al-Malik and other rulers of Umayyad dynasty were not following the true religion of Islam. The next is, this one is another coin, and it is containing the ayats of the Quran Sharif. Quran Sharif is the religious book of Muslim community. So ayats of the Quran Sharif has been inscribed on this coin. You can see that this is an image, and this is the image of the dome of the rock in Jerusalem, and it is believed that Prophet Muhammad was last seen on that rock, and from there he ascended to the heaven along with his horse. And as a result, later on, the follower of the Islamic community started worshipping that rock, and later on the ruler of Umayyad dynasty, he set up a dome over there, and this is the famous dome of the rock in Jerusalem, which was also designed by Abd al-Malik, and it was constructed by Abd al-Malik. So these were the reforms which were made by the Abd al-Malik in that time. Children, so far we discussed about the Umayyad dynasty and their centralization policy. And the centralization policy which was adopted by the ruler of Umayyad dynasty proved to be very fatal for this dynasty. And this policy annoyed the people who were from the Arabia. And secondly, the Umayyad people did not follow the true rule which was laid down by Prophet Muhammad in Shariat. So many people turned against the Umayyad rulers, and ultimately it was brought an end after 90 years, and it was replaced by another dynasty that is called Abbasid dynasty. So now we will read about this Abbasid revolution, and after this revolution another dynasty was formed, that is Abbasid dynasty. So what were the changes introduced by the Abbasid people, that will be discussed now. The Abbasid, who were known as the descendant of Abbas. Abbas was the son of Prophet's uncle, like Ali was the son of Prophet's uncle. The same way, Abbas was also the son of Prophet Muhammad's uncle. As a result, he was the cousin brother of Prophet Muhammad, and he was also having a prestige in the Muslim community. But Abbas and Ali was different from each other. Ali's father was different than the Abbas, and there were also a lot of changes in their policy, and Abbas was a strong opponent of Ali's policy. The Abbasid uprising broke out in a distant region that was of Khurasan. Khurasan is a region which lies in the eastern part of Iran, and you can see that it is far away from the capital of Umayyad dynasty, that was the Damascus, and it is believed that it is away from the Damascus to 20 days journey of a horse. So it was far away from Damascus. So whatever was happening in Khurasan that was not reaching to the ruler of Damascus, that was the Umayyad ruler. So there emerged a revolt in the region of Khurasan, and it was away from the eyes of the Umayyad rulers. The Arab soldiers in Khurasan, who were mostly from the Iraq, resented the dominance of the Syrians because Umayyad were the ruler who were given more importance to the Syrian soldiers than the soldiers of Iran and Iraq, because they were from the Bedouin community, and they were also feeling very much disappointed by the behavior of the Arab soldiers who used to consider themselves superior than these Bedouins, and Bedouins were called the inferior. So that was also a reason for their disappointment, and they did not like this kind of discrimination. So that can also be a reason upon which these soldiers could be mobilized against the existing ruler of Umayyad dynasty. Now we will discuss about the events and the reasons why people turned against the Umayyad dynasty and how it was replaced. So the first reason is that the civilian Arabs of Khurasan disliked the Umayyad regime. Why they disliked the Umayyad regime? Because Umayyad regime had given them a promise of the tax concession. The tax used to be very high, and they were given a promise that their tax will be exempted and they will be given the concession. But these privileges could not be fulfilled. As a result, they turned against the Umayyad dynasty. So that was one of the reasons. Secondly, a well-organized movement against the policy of Umayyad was started from the Khurasan, and this movement was called the Dawa movement. And it brought down the Umayyad and replaced them with another family of the Makkan origin, that is the Abbasid dynasty, in 750, and this was the beginning of the Abbasid rule in the Central Islamic land. And their army in the battle was led by an Iranian slave, and his name was Abu Muslim, who defeated the last Umayyad caliph, that was the Marwa, in the battle of river Jab, and Marwa was killed in this bargain. As a result, their rule came to an end and another dynasty came into the being, that was the Abbasid dynasty, and Abu Muslim played an important role in setting up this dynasty. But later on, this Abu Muslim was also murdered by the Abbas, who became the ruler of Umayyad dynasty. Now, what administrative changes were brought by the ruler of the Abbasid dynasty? Under the Abbasid rule, Arabs' influence declined while the importance of Iranian culture increased, because this dynasty started its base from Khurasan, which lies in the Iran. So it was having more impact from the Iranian culture. As a result, the Arab, who used to be very much stronger in the previous years, now they were losing their control, and that was superseded by the culture of Iran. The Abbasid changed their capital from Damascus to Baghdad. Now Baghdad is in Iraq, so they changed their capital from Syria to Iraq so that it can be within the reach of the Iranian and Iraqi people, and they were mainly the Bedouin people. The army and bureaucracy were reorganized on non-tribal basis, means the people from all the tribes used to be given a chance to be a part of the bureaucracy and army, and the people were not only from one tribe, and they ensured greater participation by the people of Iraq and Khorasan, means the importance was given to the people of Khorasan, Iraq, but the people of Umayyad dynasty used to give more importance to either to Arabian or to the people of Syria. So this was a change which was brought by the Abbasid ruler. The Abbasid rulers strengthened the religious status and function of the caliphate and patronized Islamic institutions and scholars. So they promised that they will bring back the true religion of Islam, and in the name of that they set up their dynasty. So they tried to bring back that glory of Islam by making religious changes, and they also patronized the Islamic institution and scholars who used to write about the Islam. They maintained the magnificent imperial architecture and elaborate court ceremonials of the Umayyads. So one thing which they did not change, that was the imperial architecture of the Umayyads, and their court ceremonies was continuing in their rule also. So the rule was changed from Umayyad to the Abbasid, but still they also followed many of the policies which was followed by the Umayyads. Now, we have discussed that Umayyad had built some magnificent building. The same way, the same tradition was also continued by the Abbasid, because Abbasid also followed the same policy of architecture as well as the administration which was adopted by the Umayyads. So in that series they had built a mosque, and this is the mosque of Al Mutawakkil, which is a great piece of architecture, and it was built by the Abbasid ruler in 850.